Welcome back to FM Live. My name is Mike Usrey, and today we are going to be talking about short shifters. So this is something that we have done a few different styles and variants over the years, and generally speaking, we haven't been a terrible big fan of most short shifter kits because they generally result in a really notchy and a bit more down the race spectrum than what most people are after for a really nice feeling shifter. That is until we came across a super awesome shifter kit by Cravenspeed. So that's what we're going to talk about today is the Cravenspeed shifter kit for ND Miatas specifically. Flyin Miata is a proud vendor of Cravenspeed, and we actually have our own short shifter kit with some FM specific or logoed gear. So here in front of you, the Travis is doing an excellent job of showcasing is our short shifter kit from Cravenspeed with our deluxe shift knob with FM logo emblazoned on top. Now, before we get into this discussion about short shifters and why you might want or might not want a short shifter kit, we have some questions that I plan to answer that we've been given in advance for some of our customers. So thank you very much if you have submitted a customer question already. If you haven't, we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff, but if we don't cover one of the questions that you have during this video, feel free to drop some comments down below. And if we have time towards the end of the video, I'll try to touch on those questions as well. So the most obvious question here is, what the heck is a quick shift kit? And quite simply, or as simply as I can put it here, is it is a kit that replaces your stock shift lever with a new shiny shift lever. Okay, I know that was cheesy. But what we're doing here with a short shifter kit is we're changing the pivot points, or basically how far apart the pivot point and the actuator points are. So just like if you're thinking about a teeter-totter, normally you have your fulcrum right in the middle, so that way your teeter-totter is just as easy to push down on one side as it is the other. And what a short shifter kit does is it moves that fulcrum point out to one side, so that way one side of the teeter-totter has to swing a little bit wider, while the other one swings a little bit shorter distance overall. We're just moving a fulcrum point. And what that effectively means is that now that we have that fulcrum point moved over, because of our short shifter kit, that means the throw on the top end is actually shorter. So that means it's less space between your top to bottom gears. So that means quicker shifts. Now, in general, that's what a short shifter kit is designed to do. Make your shifts quicker, make it feel a little bit more precise. Obviously, these are very similar looking, but these kits are designed with very specific machine grooves that are a tighter tolerance. They're made out of metal rather than you can see like on the stock one, they have bushings there. So this gives a much tighter feel than most factory shifters. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. But basically, this is something that you might do for your car if you say, it sure takes a long time for me to shift from first to second, second to third, third to fourth, whatever. Or I really wish I could get the shifter to not be quite so wiggly in between the gears. I want it to feel very solid, that it really is going from gear to gear as quickly and precisely as possible. That's what this kit does. It's improving the feel, it's improving, or I guess you could say reducing the amount of time that it takes to get between the gears. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the particular parts that are included with this kit and how it actually does that. How does it achieve that effect? So as I've mentioned, you are changing up the pivot point distance to the actuator point. That's this lower ball. So you can see that there's an obvious difference in length between these 2 points on the stock shifter knob versus the Cravenspeed shift lever. And then the rest of the kit that you see behind here is how you make up that difference in length, because you do have to accommodate for that change. You can't just drop this shift lever straight into the transmission and expect it to work as is. You need some adapters. So part of this kit includes a spacer for the shift turret housing, because you need to account for that extra space there. And then you can kind of see how on the stock shifter, there's this nylon kind of adapter that bolts on the top of the shift turret itself. There is a new fancy billet aluminum anodized in race car red adapter here. And that's essentially emulating this piece, but of course it's designed to go right on top with this little cover and alongside these guys in position to accommodate for that length, so that way you can change the pivot point to make shorter throws. Now, also along with this kit, there is all of the hardware necessary. So there's new stainless steel hardware. There is Loctite. There is Teflon paste, because you will need to grease up the pivot point and the actuator point. And then there is also a little tube of, let's see, what was it? Oh, RTV. Sorry, this is the RTV, because you'll want to seal this spacer plate in between your transmission and then the shifter, the top of the shifter turret itself, that will be reused. And there's some new bushings, some O-rings, and there's also little locator dowels. More about where these guys go in their specific place in the installation instructions, which we'll link in the comments after the video has been posted. And then, of course, the fancy piece de resistance is the shift knob. So this is a Cravenspeed shift knob that we have had them do a custom FM logo on top. And this also, you can tell by the little screws, this little cap does come off. You can add or remove weights that are already inside the shift knob. So if you want to make this a heavier shifter to kind of give it a little bit more resistance, you can do that. Or you can remove weights out of it if you want to make it lighter, so that way it's even faster to be able to move around. Totally preferential thing. It's very awesome. So if you like to be able to tinker and play with settings, it's a great little thing to be able to adjust on your own. There is a little Allen screw that's included that's in this little hardware baggie. So that way, other than a basic tool set like sockets and wrenches and screwdrivers, you pretty much don't need anything else. Now, the installation process for this kit, you could probably do in about a half hour if you're really quick and knew exactly what you're doing. For most people, I would plan on about an hour at a relatively steady pace. And you don't need special tools other than, I would say the only thing maybe most people don't have in their toolbox already are some plastic pry trim tools. So that's just so that way when you pry out the center console, that you're not damaging the plastic interior of your car. Other than that, basic tools gets the job done in roughly an hour. Another question that we got is, do I have to install it with the car up in the air, meaning that I need to reach down underneath the car to get to the transmission? No, you don't have to do that at all. Fortunately, this kit, because it is actually relatively simple to get to the shifter turret in a Miata, it's all from the top. So you pop out the center console, and then you get access to the shift turret there just in the car. You don't have to get the car up in the air. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's all accessible from above. So fortunately, very easy to do. We did talk a little bit about the machining quality and the preciseness of using all metal versus using some of those nylon bushings that are in this pivot point. And one of the questions is, does it feel notchy? And the answer is yes. To an extent, that's the goal. Because if you have a notchy feel, it's easy to tell if you're in a gate going to the next gear or if you're totally missing it altogether, because then it's just a flat stop. So it does improve the basically rigidity of the shift lever in its position. So as you're going from gear to gear, yes, it is a little bit notchier because that helps you feel if you're going to the gear or if you've totally missed that gear altogether. There isn't any flop or flex. So it's not something that I would say is like super difficult to get into gear. There are definitely notchy shifters out there that it's a bad kind of notchy. And there's a reason why we don't sell anything other than the Cravenspeed kit at the moment, because a lot of those other ones out there are really notchy to the point where it's hard to actually get them in gear because those gates just, they don't line up well, they're not machined properly, or they just have other inherent problems. We don't experience that with this kit. It is notchy, but a good kind of notchy. The shift knob itself, this is included with the kit. It is part of this short shifter kit. So Can you use a different shift knob? Sure. This is a standard thread. So this shift knob we actually sell on its own. So if you wanted to, you could install it on a factory shift lever. No big deal. Works great. So it's the same threads as a factory shift knob. So if you wanted to use your own shift knob, you certainly could. However, this is included with the kit, and it's a very nice piece of kit. I really like it. It's very high build quality, all very high machining tolerances. It just feels nice. It has a nice weight to it. But it is included, and if you'd like to try out other knobs because you have them on the shelf because you're like Travis and you have about 6 to choose from for any given car, sure, go ahead. As long as it has standard Miata threads on it, have at it. Let's see. Is there a version for the NAs, NBs, and Cs? Unfortunately, no. So we don't have an option for the earlier generations, and that's simply because the Cravenspeed guys haven't offered us an option for those earlier cars. So if you own an NC, NB, NA, and you think we should have some short shifter options, or that Cravenspeed should come out with some kits for those cars as well, let us know. Drop some comments down below, because if there isn't demand, then parts don't get made. So if you really want them, let us know in the comments below. That way we can start pushing the engineers and see if they can get moving on projects for those cars too. I kind of covered this already. Another question was, is it more precise than stock? And again, with the machined surfaces and tolerances, yes. Yes, it is. And another thing I guess you could also say is that because a lot of the components for the factory pieces are nylon, are, you know, this plastic, I don't know if it's nylon or not for these guys, but basically plastic to some extent will flex at least a little bit, whereas metal, generally speaking, flexes less than most plastics. So yes, it is more precise. It does hold its shape and resist torquing and flexing better than the factory shift lever. And then, of course, does this actually shorten or heighten the throw? And how much? It does shorten the throw. So that's the whole lever teeter-totter analogy I was talking about earlier, that because we're making it longer down here, that makes the throw up top shorter. And how much is that shorter than the factory shift lever? 30%. So you are moving 30% less for each direction than you are with a stock shift lever. So there are other shift levers out on the market that claim all kinds of other numbers. And in our opinion, because the Miata, the ND Miata specifically, the shifter actually already has a relatively short throw from the factory, you could get an even shorter throw shifter. But I think at that point, it could be difficult or even more difficult to shift. And so 30% is pretty dang good. I don't think that I would prefer anything more than about that much, personally. Okay, so we've talked and talked. I probably bored some of you to death. So let's actually see this in action. What does it look like in the car? So Mr. Travis, if you would be so kind, follow me over here to our guest star, Andy, and I will show you what it looks like and how it moves around in the car itself. So here we have the Cravenspeed short throw shifter kit installed already in the car. And as you can see, all you can actually notice when it's installed fully is the shift knob. And that's great. There isn't any weird gap here below where the shift knob ends. There are plenty of shift kits out there that they're not very complete and it leaves the boot dangling. There are some nice foam insulators basically that go around the shaft to help keep the boot up so that way it doesn't look like it's just fallen down like they forgot to put a belt on. And then as far as the feel is concerned, and I'm sitting here in the car and I'm going to hopefully be able to catch some of what this sounds like on tape here, but it has a very nice clicky feel and sound. And it's very solid when you reach the gear that you're aiming for. It's a very solid, like kind of ka-chunk feel, but it's not like crunchy. It doesn't resist going into gear. So it's notchy, but it's a good notchy. It's solid. It goes into gear. It's very a nice reassuring clunk when it goes into the next gear. So very easy. You can see I can shift it easily enough going to all the gears just with 2 fingers. So it's not increasing effort, anything ridiculous. This is still a very streetable kind of shift kit. So, but very easy, very fun. If you're looking to make the car feel sportier without really adding horsepower or anything else, actually, this is a really good kit. It's a lot of fun because it does make you feel a lot more engaged with the car and what's going on. You know exactly where your transmission is, what gear you're going into. Very reassuring, very positive kind of feel to this shift kit. So, in a nutshell, that's it. Go enjoy it, have a lot of fun, and don't have any regrets for a really high quality kit that just installs quick and easy. So, now that we've talked about the shift lever, you've seen it in action, do we have any questions?
Yes.
We do. Okay, what do we have?
One here. Is this short shifter adjustable?
First question, is the short shifter adjustable? No, it is not. And that's just kind of where I was talking about earlier, that 30% difference in throw or shorter throw than stock. Really, could you back it off a little bit and still be good? Sure. Could you go a little bit further and still be good? Probably. But 30% is kind of the sweet spot, and Cravenspeed knows that. So as far as the throw itself, not adjustable. The knob, yes, it is adjustable. It does have the weights that you can remove or add more to make it heavier or lighter if you want to. But the lever itself is not adjustable. All of the points, the mounting points are fixed. The other nice thing about that is that it kind of takes any of the guessing out of, is this good? Did I do it right? You know, there's no slop. It installs one way and you're done. Good question though. Anything else? That's it. Okay. Well, this is pretty straightforward. These kits, as I mentioned, they are a relatively simple install. They go in really well. We've had the short shifter kit in Andy for, I don't know, nearly as long as we've had the car, it seems like. And it's not come back out. I had to wipe this stock shift knob down because of all the dust it had collected over the years just sitting on the shelf. So we like it quite a bit. It's in our shop car, and I wouldn't have any hesitation putting it in a street car at all. So if you have any questions, maybe we didn't answer it and you're watching this video on YouTube, feel free to drop us a comment below and we'll get back to you. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and we certainly appreciate all the time and attention that you've paid because I blathered a lot this video. Thanks again, and as always, we will catch you next time about 2 o'clock Mountain Time on Thursdays as usual. And if you have any other suggestions on things to cover, any topics you'd like us to talk about, also drop those in the comments. We would certainly appreciate that too. I'm always down to blather about all kinds of things. So what do you want to hear about? Let us know. Until next time, thanks again. I'm Mike. We'll see you later.